Long ago, there was a man who disappeared in the middle of the sea. People thought he had drowned, but something unbelievable happened. He was swallowed by a huge sea creature, trapped deep in the ocean, alone in total darkness. But he stayed alive. This is not just a story. It really happened. It is told in the Quran, the Bible, and by people for many generations. This is the amazing story of Prophet Yunus, also known as Jonah, a story of fear, hope, and forgiveness, and lessons we can all learn from today. Yunus was a prophet chosen by God to guide his people, a community living in the ancient city of Nineveh. But despite his noble mission, his people rejected him. They mocked him, insulted him, and dismissed the truth he was sent with. Time passed, and not a single soul accepted his message. Frustrated and heartbroken, Yunus decided to leave. He walked away from his people without waiting for God's permission. And this was his mistake. Little did he know the next chapter of his life was going to test his faith like never before. Yunus traveled far and boarded a ship, hoping to leave his past behind. But as the ship sailed deeper into the sea, something unexpected happened. Dark clouds gathered. Winds howled like angry spirits. Towering waves smashed against the ship. The storm was so violent that the crew feared for their lives. In desperation, they decided to lighten the ship by throwing some passengers overboard, hoping to calm the storm. They cast lots, a practice of drawing names, and Yunus's name was drawn. He understood immediately this was no coincidence. This was a sign from his Lord. Yunus accepted his fate without protest and threw himself into the raging sea. But instead of drowning, he found himself swallowed whole by a massive creature of the sea, a whale. Alone, in total darkness, deep beneath the waves, surrounded by nothing but silence and the unknown. Can you imagine that moment? No sunlight, no food, no escape, just fear, regret, and emptiness. But Yunus didn't give up. Even in the belly of the whale, he remembered his Lord. He lowered his head to the ground in submission, as much as possible inside that cramped, terrifying space, and poured his heart out to God. He made a simple but powerful dua, a prayer that millions of Muslims still recite today in their moments of difficulty. There is no God but you. Glory be to you. I was truly among the wrongdoers. This was a prayer of repentance, a recognition of his mistake, and complete submission to God. In response, God, the most merciful, heard his prayer and commanded the whale to release him. The giant sea creature rose toward the surface and gently spit Yunus out onto the shore. His body was weak, his skin burned by stomach acids, but he was alive. God grew a plant to shade him, and slowly, Yunus regained his strength. After his recovery, Yunus returned to his people, and this time, something incredible happened. His people, who once mocked him, now accepted his message. Thousands turned back to God, and Yunus became a messenger of success. This miraculous story of survival doesn't only exist in Islam. Christians know him as Jonah, who also spent 3 days and 3 nights inside a great fish. Jews have also told stories about him for generations. In all these traditions, the message remains the same. Even the most righteous people can make mistakes, but the door to forgiveness is always open, even in the darkest places, whether it's the depths of the ocean or the depths of your soul. The light of hope can reach you if you turn back to God. Prophet Yunus reminds us that running away from our problems is never the solution. The real strength lies in turning back, in admitting our wrongs, and in asking for forgiveness. All of us have moments when we feel trapped in life's pressures, in sadness, in regret. But Prophet Yunus's story teaches us, even when you feel completely lost, you are never too far from God's mercy. Sometimes, our lowest moments become the beginning of our greatest transformations. The prayer of Yunus is a prayer of hope, a lifeline for anyone struggling. There is no God but you. Glory be to you. I was truly among the wrongdoers. Repeat it, believe in it, and you will find relief.
Until we meet again, peace and blessings be upon you.